Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever particular time you happen to be watching this video. My name is Ben Piscopo here at a YouTube channel, HiramBifidum.com. And today, here and now, I'm going to try and show you my take on router bits. There are other YouTube channels that will show you how to lubricate the bearings and prevent heat from increasing and accidentally burning your project. But something that nobody seems to have shown so far is that the cutting of a given power cutting tool seems to work similar to that of a chainsaw. Obviously, you want to maintain safety procedures and not be VODA, as it's called, with it. Run this. To do that while that's there, while that's plugged in, you want to make sure that's unplugged. Yeah, that kind of goes without saying. I'll also provide the links in the two best videos I feel I've seen for sharpening a router bit and explain at the end of this video why it's so important to pay attention to what they're doing. Now, if you're going quickly with this, you're at your own risk to be grabbing this. This can be extremely dangerous, going at that high of an RPM. If you look here, you will see bar and chainsaw lubricant made by Steel. This is something the political activist Adam Kokesh was asking about, and I'm sure he'll like to know this too. In a chainsaw, you have two different holes, one for your oil-fuel mixture, which is typically 50-1, pretty sure it is, and the other one for an elastomer lubricant that's stringy, similar to what goes in a harmonic balancer or torsional damper in an engine in order to keep it balanced out and the vibrations thousands of times a minute for not tearing it, but not too much off of that subject. You can take this through and carefully put it inside of a squeeze bottle, that you can get from Harbor Freight Tools. Cut it off at just the right diameter. I'd say that's about maybe 3.5, about 4 millimeters. And with a funnel, carefully get it inside here without making too much of a mess. You set that up like that and fill it up until you know you got it in there, and then slow down a little bit so you don't accidentally fill it up over the top. You got that out. You put this over the top, and whether or not it helps to lubricate the wood before you begin to route it, that I don't know, but I believe it definitely helps if you've also got it on the blade. So that's what I'm going to do right here and now. And this magnifying glass that can wait and to show you what the deal is, with how important it is to follow everybody else's instructions on how to sharpen it. It's debatable whether or not this works to put this on here and wipe it in, as you can see, like this. Now, this I could say with great personal conviction that it does make some considerable difference if you lubricate the inside of your router bit as such, as you can see on here. Take this, carefully put it inside. It goes in a clockwise direction, pushing against here, and preferably hold it over the project, so if any of it's spilling into where it needs to be or should be. And then here, put that there. It's like a bar chain on a chainsaw. Here, put this down, and see how this works. Make sure that your cable is not in the way. And in addition to that, you never want to turn one of these things on before you go inside and out of it. You want to be along that side as you aim it. I'm going to go over and take the camera and try to get closer over. The tripod. And not do too much of this. As you can see, you've got a good line in that, and I believe that it will go further for you and function and perform better, and you'll be able to go farther without having to sharpen your router bit if you use that lubricant. It has for me. See? Right down into there. And then down here, when you're sharpening, when you're cutting with a router bit, just like with the chainsaw, you should be seeing rough, coarse, grated splinters. If you're getting powder, if it's powdery, just like with just like what happens with the chainsaw, then it's not cutting properly. Of course, with a chainsaw, that can get even worse. And then if you're seeing sparks, and then slowly but surely you could ruin a chainsaw blade, you would get an average amount out of that. And now I'm going to put down 2 links. Okay, first I'm going to do, to be safe, take this out of here. Unplugged, it's off and in a safe position. I'm going to remove this bit without altering the height or depth of that, so I can continue to do this project. Is using in order to make a heat shield. The use of these Orlex solid foam insulation boards. Use this Collet lock button over here. That to the left. Okay. Ow. A little bit further. Easy. There you go. Got it. That out just enough. Pull this. I'm going to show and watch. And look at this under a magnifying glass very carefully. This is a router bit that can still be used for some time inside of here on that edge. Now, this is a router bit that for all practical purposes is pretty much ruined because I didn't follow the instructions. If you look closely on the top, if you're on there, you will see holes and grooves on top of this. Let it come in a little bit better focus. If you do not follow the instructions of the individuals that I'm putting these 2 links down, watch their videos, focus and follow their instructions, and you go too far with it, it'll never work again for you. It'll completely destroy it. Okay, now in addition to that, let's see, I could show you here other projects that I've done so far to date. If you go to my Facebook page, my name Ben Piscopo, you will see a dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel that I created through the use of multiply framing boards. They're completely hollowed out with a counterbalance inside of them, with a bolt and a weight. Other projects I've done like that would be, let's see, this here, which is a plaque that I was going to give to my cousin Tyler, his husband. I don't consider him my cousin-in-law, I just simply consider him my cousin. And this was an early rough prototype of that same dreidel of which I was referring to. you could see me spinning and making silly comments. Reading the acronym, a miracle took place here. And in addition to that, that radar-resistant skateboard, conservative Jewish skateboard as I call it, which eventually had broken trucks. Well, I'll be yet to make some improvements on that one. Hopefully this video is of good use to whoever watches it. Thank you so much for viewing. If you like it, please click subscribe, and if you don't like it, click thumbs down on it. Thanks.